What's up? What's up? What's up? People. Another Wednesday. What's going on, y'all? This is Coach Dimitri here for another WTF Live Wednesday. Hopefully, everybody is doing well today. I am. I'm a little tired, but that is because I have a little surprise to tell y'all. While we're waiting on Coach E, let me plug up my lighting real quick. Yeah, y'all. So, as y'all see on the title, A Star is Born. Yeah, so WTF, for those who are just now tuning in for the first time, WTFMA stands for What's the Formula Mentoring Academy. I am Coach Dimitri. Coach Big E should be on pretty soon. But yeah, just in the spirit of the title, A Star is Born. I didn't create that title. Coach E did. Salute to him. But I guess he wanted me to kind of talk about my latest addition to my family. Yesterday, on the 30th of January, like some bit me right here. Yesterday, on the 30th of January, I had a beautiful newborn boy by the name of Drew Hambrick. He has my initials. Mine are DVH, Dimitri Vincent Hambrick, and I didn't want to name him a junior. So the closest thing to that was keeping my same initials. So I thought Drew was a nice, cool, succinct name, and I didn't want to make anything too long because I know people tend to shorten and abbreviate names anyway. So hey, Chrissy. Yeah, so a star is born, and I'm super excited to have my son. I prayed for him years and years ago, back before I met my wife. I just wanted my first child to be a son, to carry on my name and my legacy. And then I can also, graft him into the WTF, What's the Formula Mentoring Academy family, because I mean, as you all may or may not have known, but I went to college and I spent a enormous amount of time sitting in school and in class, and I've here he is, and I realized that college isn't for me. So I'm definitely not gonna set aside a college fund for my child. If he wants to go to college, I'll support him. Hopefully, he has some scholarships because I'm not paying for it. But I'm going to definitely invest in his education in other ways. By teaching him hands-on skills, life skills that are very valuable and that aren't being taught in school. So now that we've got Coach Big E up here, what's going on, my brother? How you feeling today?
Oh man, I'm feeling amazing, bro. Can you hear me?
I love it, man. Everything is
Yeah.
well, bro.
What I missed. I apologize for being late, you all.
Oh, nothing, man. I was just, giving them a preview of what the title is about. I didn't know if you wanted to kick it off or not, but since we were waiting on you, I thought I'd go ahead and give a nice little spoiler. So, yeah, I was just letting the people know that I had a new addition to the family, man, and I am extremely sleep deprived. But hey, if I can make it on these lives and give y'all some game, I'm gonna do it because this is what we do it for. We do it for y'all. We do it for the people. And hey, like you can't get much easier than talking to some people from the comfort of your own home. So I don't have much of an excuse. It's gonna have to be a big reason why I don't jump on these lives, but yeah, E, hopefully your day is going well, man. Like you look fresh. You look like you're ready to go ahead and get some more stuff done.
Hey man, I just woke up from an old man nap. What you
That's
talking
why you
about?
look fresh. Them naps are crucial. I'm starting to
Yeah,
realize that now that I got a newborn. Them naps are crucial, man. Your rest is key.
man, they power naps. If we change the way we look at them,
Yeah.
we'll really understand the beauty of it, man. And hitting that reset button throughout the day is definitely beneficial to the body if you can, especially now that you the new pappy, out of pappy.
Eyes the pappy.
You gonna need them, boy.
I'm telling you,
I
man.
told you that from day one. I said, man, you better embrace these naps because when the baby sleep and she sleep, you need to go to sleep. Thinking you're
Yep.
gonna sleep on your schedule is not gonna work. it's
Yeah,
gonna
man.
They're gonna be both looking at you cross-eyed, like, what you doing over there asleep while we woke?
Yeah,
But
bro. I
no,
definitely
man,
take that advice.
congratulations, bro. It's nothing better than bringing a life into existence, bro, and really creating something that nobody else had anything to do with but you and your queen, and that's
Absolutely.
yours. And it's a beautiful thing, bro. And I heard you talking about college and all those different things. It's great to look forward, but by the time that little prince is up in age, man, he's gonna have a whole uh, wealth of abundance that he can just embrace, and so he's not ever gonna know what poverty or struggle or living check to check, any of that. He ain't gonna know what that
Absolutely.
means. Like, what that mean? I don't know. Yeah,
Absolutely. I,
yeah,
I definitely received that, man. And I was just, I'm not sure what part you jumped in on, but I was just using that as a comparison to what we have going on here at the WTF. If he wants to be a doctor or an engineer or something, then that type of realm. Okay, cool. College is fine, but for
yeah,
everything else that he may have an interest in, that's why we built and are currently expanding the WTF Mentoring Academy right here, right now, for those young adults, for those kids who are really not school focused in the traditional sense. They don't like to sit down in the classroom. They want to be more hands on. So yeah, that's what we're all about here at WTF, and
yeah.
definitely
And
looking forward to grafting him into the program for sure.
no, that's great, man. And you're right. Again, we're like he said, we're not anti-college or anti-education. We're big on educating and building people up, especially the parents and the teens that we mentor, um, and just have showing them the possibilities, because that's the beauty in it. You get to do what you want to do and what you have a passion towards doing. And if that means that, you go to college, you can go to, some people go to college just for the experience, man. And I'm not against that. If you want to experience it, build your network, and just know what it feels like, then I say go for it. That's why wouldn't you go for it? We're not necessarily going for just the knowledge, because that knowledge is everywhere. We're almost beyond the information technology age, the informational age, because now everybody got it. Now
Yeah.
what are we gonna do with all this information? Everybody
Mhm.
got the devices. You remember when there was a time where you had to be rich to own a cell phone and have a device?
Bro,
Like, it
man,
wasn't that long ago. If you all think about it,
yeah.
it wasn't that long ago. And now look at it. Everybody has the world in the palm of their hands. Now, what do we do with it?
Hmm.
And here at the WTF, we just teach them, have fun with it, man. Your life, what you experience in life, is truly up to you. It's up to these teenagers. It's up to their parents, what they experience. Nobody's pressing down, doing anything to you unless you want to experience that. If you don't, then everybody has the ability to change it. Some feel like they're choking by their circumstances. They're choked out by their surroundings and past mistakes, and trying to fix things that happened in the past, or how I was raised and things of that nature. You cannot change that. And the only way that chokes you out is if you allow it and you say, I want to experience being choked out by my past, because we've seen the numbers, we've seen it, we've heard it, we literally wrote books about it. It's people that were homeless, drug addicts, that are impacting people on so many different levels right now. They didn't have a great mother and father. They didn't have a great education. Most of them are still not educated. They didn't have the best of leaders around them, and yet they are still. What do you want to do? Do you want to waddle in it, or do you want to move forward and press forward? Because real quick, I believe that those who reach the greatest depths can attain to the highest of heights, because you know what it feels like to be low. So now we can go high. The problem is most people get comfortable with the low and they call that home. And then they make excuses why they stay on the low and say, well, hey, my parents, my mom did this, my husband did that. And make excuses to stay on the low. And if that's where you want to experience life, then it's nothing. Hey, that's your choice. But we know all of the stories that show you how you can go up and whatever up looks like for you. We're not talking about a salary. We're talking about up in the experience of life that you want. Because the worst thing for me is Groundhog Day. The worst thing for me is waking up to the same thing every day, repeating it, going through a cycle, and most of us do. It's the last day of January. Everybody came out with goals, came out with resolutions. They came out with all these different things. And if you be honest, the first month of January looked just like the last 12, 24, 48 months of your life. Not much has changed. And if you're okay with that, be okay with that. But if you're not, oh, this great world has so much to offer and so much for you to do that's different. But you have to make a choice.
You have to make a
Kind of went
choice.
on the route, went on the I'm all over
Nah,
the place, bro.
nah, man. Man, listen, bro. You already know how we rock these lives, man. These ain't scripted, bro.
We
This
don't
is
script these, you all. Like this is like as
yeah, this
live as you can get. We don't pre-record. We're not looking
nah.
at notes, and sometimes we do get facts, but for the most part, we just come from the dome. And you see this
Yeah.
big old egg of mine. Hey,
Nah, yeah, but I mean this is these lives are really good to really sometimes just to kind of have just to show our personality to our audience, man, because most times people try to make it all polished and everything, and our podcast will be more polished, right? But
oh yeah,
these and that's like a little sprinkle of a little drip in there of some previews
yeah,
of
yeah,
what's to come, y'all. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, these lives are really meant to really showcase our personality to our potential clients and to really just give some information and provide some value for free and to really interact with y'all in the comments. Hey, matter of fact, give us some hearts, give us some fireballs in them comments, man. Come on, fire it up, fire it
yes,
up. Those who are on the replay, thank y'all. Those who are live, leave us some comments and share this out and let the people know what value you've gotten from this particular live. But yeah, like going back to what you were saying, um, about the lower that you go, the higher you tend to springboard. But that's, only if you make that decision to learn from the reasons why you got in that ditch, why you hit rock bottom. And, most people do get comfortable, if they do slide down to Section 8 or get on unemployment or get food stamps, and they do get comfortable getting those handouts. And that's what the government does want. The
mm-hmm.
government wants us to be dependent on them. The government wants to be our authority. All right.
Right,
Uh, you know, I have a newborn child and I'm the authority over his life, but the
yes,
government wants to be our daddy, but we have to understand that anything that's free or that's given to us, especially by an entity that has no structure or no name or any or a particular face, which is the government and different government entities. Those are the ones that you want to be on the lookout for. Why they give me free cell phones on a tent on the side of the street? Why are they giving me free stuff? Is it because they really like me? Well, if they like me that much, they wouldn't be charging me taxes. So I question everything, and I tend to use my instinct of why things are just given to me. If it's like free information like this, cool. But yeah, always be on the lookout for people who are just giving you something for nothing, because we all know everything in life comes with a price. And if you are at the bottom, if you are on Section 8, if you are looking to improve your life, but you can't seem to get out that ditch, understand why you got there in the first place. Why did you slide down to that level? I've gone through ups and downs in my life, financially,
yes,
mentally, spiritually, but each time that I hit a high, it always seems to balance out with a low, but my lows are never as low as the previous one. So, back when I was in college, like my low was a lot lower than what it is now. I'm
yes,
maintaining a wife, a child. a household. But back then, like my low was trying to, move out my parents' house, right? No significant other, no child, no nothing. So the moral of the story is, y'all, just make sure as you go through the roller coaster of life that the trend is trending up. Even though that you're gonna hit highs and lows, make sure that you learn from why you hit those lows, so that way the next time that you go up, and you're inevitably gonna come back down, but that next low, make sure it's higher than that previous
Yes.
one. And that's how you know that you're winning. It's not about preventing those drops or those downturns in your life. It's about making those drops and those lows a little bit higher than the previous one. So you're a little bit better off, even if you're not as high as you want to be in life.
Man, I couldn't have said it any better, bro. And you know what gives people a lot of cause to pause. I'm gonna just be honest with you all, is that people don't realize that, man, some of this stuff is a little tougher than what we thought. Yeah, I know they making it look real sweet on the gram, and they making it look like, oh, I'm jumping out of PJs and I'm riding in my Lambos and my Rolls Royce trucks and all these great things. And you're sitting back thinking, yeah, that is great. And it is. I am not one to say that it's not. But you don't know the story behind that. You don't know where they're at. And if you ask most entrepreneurs and most successful individuals, it's a gradual process. I used to be part of a live called the Success Elevator, which I still believe in. And what we will focus on is how it takes certain steps to even get to the elevator. And then you got to push the right buttons to jump on the elevator. Now, elevator has different levels. Each level has tasks. Each level has things you have to do in order to go to the next level. You don't have to walk up each step and go the long route, the traditional route, but you do have to take steps. At the end of the day, it doesn't happen overnight. But all we see on the gram is everybody winning, everybody jumping out of PJs. Hey, I got a secret, you all. You can spend about $500 to take a picture jumping out of a PJ. It might even be cheaper than that. They have programs that'll show you jumping in a private jet and doing all this. That jet ain't went nowhere. That's a prop. They ain't flying nowhere. But you see them out there and you think, man, I want to jump in the PJ too, which who don't? But it takes steps. And as Dimitri stated, as long as you're moving forward, yeah, it's gonna be some dips. But that dip ain't going past your original low.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for those that don't know, my low was prison, the lowest of the low. I ain't never going that low. So now what's the new low? Because now we resetting the bar.
Yeah.
Because, okay, if I ain't never going back there, that's off the table. So now what's next? I'm never going without a meal. That's another low. So we ain't going that low, you all. So give yourself props for going through the process. Give yourself props for hanging in there, because it's easier to just get a check, a guaranteed check. I can pay my bills and I might give me a trip every year and buy me some little clothes and I'm good. That's easy. Being an entrepreneur, it's that consistency isn't always there, especially not during the first few years. Most entrepreneurs go through the worst the first 3 to 5 years. They don't make no money. But all you see on the gram is the flash. And I don't know, maybe y'all need to check some of these and ask them, what'd you do to get that? What does your team look like? What is your business? What is this? Instead of just saying, oh, that's what I want, I desire the same things, you might not want what they got. And I got sucked up into that. So I'm speaking from experience. I got sucked up into the nice cars and the thises and the that's, and I'm like, oh, I want it, want it, want it. And then when you pull back that lens, that veil, and reveal what's really going on, I thought, man, I don't want it like that. Because them people ain't happy. Them people ain't as happy as you think they put on the gram, put on Facebook, put on TikTok. You think they're doing wonderful. That's why you see millionaires committing suicide. One of the worst things that can happen is for you to get rich quick. That's where most of the problems have. You need to build that grit and build that grind and build that morale, that strength of going through and making mistakes. As the great Les Brown says, you're going to fail your way to success because this isn't working. I have to do something different. This isn't working. Why is this not working? Not, oh, I'm about to give up. No, what can I do now to make this better? And that's where you build the grit. That's where you build the foundation. And oh boy, once it pops, then here comes another list of things. And I'm sorry if I'm raining on anybody's parade with this, but this is real life. But I encourage you to keep going because you are capable of whatever you desire. But if you think it's going to be all rosy and you got on your rose-colored lenses, let me tell you something. Those rose-colored lenses will help you avoid, will actually make you see red flags as regular because you got on your rose-tinted glasses and the red flags are popping up. You just see them as green because you seeing everything through them rose-colored lenses. And really, that's a red flag, y'all. And it's telling you need to stop and pivot, but you see it as a, hey, this is a checker flag. No, that's a red flag. Take them lenses off, you all, and see things for what they are. Let me be quiet, man. I get to run my mouth.
Man, that was heat. Yeah, I ain't never heard you say that bar before. That was dope, man. But yeah, on the note of like being successful in business and just bringing your business to life or bringing your vision to life, it really, I'm finding some resemblances in the experience of my wife giving birth to my first child, to our first child. And we, so for those who don't know, we had a home birth. And there's a process to that, and kudos to my wife, man. She's a monster for doing this, y'all. But it took. I'm making the correlation between the home birth, getting prepared for delivering a child, and bringing a business to life, and being successful at doing that. Like, not only is it 9 months of holding the child, but you have to prepare by taking your prenatal vitamins. You gotta walk, you got to stretch, make sure the baby's in the right position, making sure that you're doing everything that you have to do to make sure that the child or the business is developing properly inside of you, within your mind, the business, or the child within your belly, and bringing that forth. Like, you have to make sure that the timing is right, because if you bring, that child into this world too soon, it's premature, then they may have some issues. It's gonna have to be in the incubator by itself anyway before it's ready to actually stand on its own. But as also with the business, if you don't do the proper planning, if you don't let that business marinate, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have systems and structures in place, if you don't have a team in place, and you launch that business because it's a good idea and you launch it prematurely, guess what? That business is more than likely going to be on some type of support, some type of life support, because you didn't do the proper steps ahead of time to be able to allow it to stand on its own 10 toes. And that preparation process is a big part of business that people tend to overstep or tend to let them rose-colored glasses miss, because they see the PJs, the private jets, and the Lambos, and they see all that clickbaity stuff on Instagram, and they say, oh, all I have to do is buy this course or buy this program, and in 30 days, 90 days, I'm gonna get X, Y, and Z. Nah, y'all, it doesn't work like that. Just because you follow this particular structure the way that it worked for this person, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you, right? Because the
Right.
market's different, you're different, you have different ideas. You're not going to implement it the same exact way as they did, right? You don't have the
Mhm.
same resources they have. So, always keep in mind that it's going to take, like E said, it's going to take some grit. And you never know what you're capable of until you have to do something. And that's one thing that I really respect about my wife now, that I've seen her give birth at home. No anesthesia, no epidural, no nothing. 100% natural, y'all. We went old school with this. Like we had a doula. We had a doula, a midwife, and a breastfeeding coach there. So we had the medical people there, but it was all at home, and she ended up giving birth on the bathroom floor. Why? Because
Mm.
that's where she was comfortable at, right? Like we tend to pigeonhole ourselves like the hospitals do. Hey, lay on your back in this bed. We're gonna put this big old needle in your spine to kill the pain because it hurts too much to bring this life out of you, right? But it's in that pain that you really understand what you're made of. Like I understand that my wife is capable, and she understands now that her body is more capable of something that she had no idea that it could do. She could withstand so much pain now that this is her benchmark for everything else that she's going to accomplish. She's going to say, "Hey, I did this. I
Man.
gave birth to a 7 pound, 5 ounce baby boy with no
Woo!
anesthesia, no epidural at home. Hey, nothing can stop me now, right? But it's in that pain that she gained that confidence to be able to do other things, right? But in
Yes.
business, if you're not experiencing any type of struggle, challenges, obstacles, me and you know about all this stuff,
Man, what?
setbacks. If you're not experiencing any pain in business, how do you expect to overcome any challenges if once that business does come to fruition? Because there's going to be more challenges. How do you expect to have that confidence and that benchmark of, hey, I accomplished this in the beginning. Now I know I can accomplish everything else that comes after. You don't have that benchmark, right? So that's why pain is important. So you can build that benchmark of confidence that gives you that confidence to propel past any other obstacle that you're going to face.
Man, ooh, my man said a mouthful, boy. I'm sitting right
Man.
here just marveling at your wife and you, and everything that, but what you all just did and created is amazing, bro. And how we connect that to a business. And again, you all, we're not being, insensitive by comparing the birth of a baby to a business, but a lot of us out here see our businesses as our babies.
Yeah.
We have you ever heard somebody say this is my baby?
Mm-hmm.
And so the analogy is well. I'll lean on this, bro, and tell you that shouts out to the queen and yourself again. I can't give you all enough props because man, there's a lot of people that could not do that, and and they wouldn't even try to
Mm-hmm.
do that. And here it is, you all did it. First time parents, both
First.
of you. Ain't no babies over here, babies over there. No, this is the first time coming together. And you all did it this way, which is like the great Frank Sinatra always say, I did it my way. And I
Yes.
love that, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
love it. In the same way with this business, we're doing this our way. We're going
Yes.
through the steps. See, people want to have mosquitoes. See, that's what they want to do. They want to have mosquitoes. You can a mosquito can reproduce in 24 hours and have a baby. Boom. The life expectancy of a mosquito is less than 7 days.
Mm.
Think about that. A lot of your businesses out there are mosquitoes. And it dies off. It's real excited at the beginning. You get sucked up into the excitement and then it dies off. Let me create another one. Now I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
have another business. I'm gonna have another business because I seen on the gram where they did it and they created a program for 90 days. And think about your weight loss. How many programs you said lose 15 pounds in 15 days? And guess what? You're gonna gain back 30. They're
Mm-hmm.
not giving you what you need in order to be successful. If you lose it quick, it's going to come back quick most of the times. There's a steps and processes in this, you all, and it's a daily thing. It's not 90 days, 30 days, any of that. It's a daily process. You have to get used to winning. everything that Coach Dimitri and his queen went through was a daily task. Daily, they had to do certain things to make sure this baby was healthy. They had to take classes daily. It wasn't, well, we'll wait until we're in the third trimester before we learn how to breastfeed. No. It's we have a plan. Just like your business needs a plan. And we need to do this. We need to check these boxes. We have to do that just like they did to create this beautiful life. And there is no comparison, again, to any businesses compared to this newborn baby boy that I can't wait to see, man, and spoil the hell out of. You trust and believe. Unc got him. Unc been a boy. Look, you're going to be like, man, this dude getting on my nerves. But hey, I'm telling you, you guys will go get ready to tell your wife she just going to have to deal with this egg, bro, because, hey, I'm part of the family. Like this is a lifetime thing. I'm gonna be there when that joker graduate, when he get married. Every step along the way, we're gonna be there supporting you and your queen, man, because there's nothing more beautiful than bringing life into this world. And also, for those that can't even have children, treat your business as your baby. Don't treat it as a mosquito. If you can, treat it as an elephant that takes 2 years to recreate. They hold the baby for 2 years. We think we did something with our 9 months. They hold it for 2 years. Think of that as your business. It may take 2 years before you even see it do anything. You feel it, but you ain't seen no money. You ain't seen no process, no profits. But you feel it. You know it's growing, but you ain't. Hey. This is it. I got to eat more while it's growing, but I ain't getting nothing. And then when it comes, just like when your baby boy came, man, there's no experience of hearing that first holler, seeing that first smile, seeing them eyes open for the first time he grabs your finger. Like, bro, hey, I had a child that was in the incubator that was born in 5 months. That was 1 pound, 5 ounces. I'm going to repeat that. 1 pound, 5 ounces, 12 inches long, born in 5 months. So he barely survived. The doctor said it wasn't even a 50-50 that he was going to make it. It was less. But he survived straight out of willpower. And he did make it through them incubators. And I did go up there every day to see him and go through that process. But it was rough. I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish that on your business. Because a lot of times we putting things out way sooner than, and here's one thing I'm going to keep, man, we might go over.
Man,
yeah,
cook.
Hey, I ain't, if you got to drop. But we're going to go a little long today, you all. Stop putting your business out there to the public. Stop putting your business and your ideas out there, even to your family and friends, because all they're going to do is shit on it. All they're going to do is talk down on it. All they're going to say is, you crazy. Why would you do this? Why would you do that? And all these great dreams and ideas that you have that could have produced the greatest thing in the world, you told this to such and such, and they just killed it. They abort you. It was an abortion. All because you put it out there too soon, and now you just killed your baby. I know that sounds gruesome with what we're talking about, but this is real life, you all. The people around you can be the ones bringing you down, bringing you the most issues. But I tell you, keep striving. Keep certain things to yourself and cut off some of these people from always having something negative to say about what you're doing. They talk negative to Coach Dimitri about how they did their baby. You on mute, bro.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. And what you were saying was spot on, bro. And y'all, me and my wife, we actively chose not to release certain details, like about the name, and be specific about other things to certain people, because we know that not everybody is going to understand why we're doing the things that we're doing and taking the route that we're taking, right? Because not everybody is designed to understand your vision, and not everybody is going to go where, you know, you see yourself going. And that's fine. That's perfectly okay. But it's also your duty and your responsibility to protect that, you know, baby, to protect that business, to protect that idea from any negative energy, any negative forces that are going to come your way, because, you know, that's just how like the world is. So not everybody's going to agree with your life choices, and that's fine. Who cares, right? It's your life, and you have to deal with the consequences of the choices that you make, right? So, you know, that's, I just want to comment on that. Yeah, we did the same thing with our child, you know, as you said, with the business, for sure.
Man, and hey, and look what happened. You and the wife been Kool-Aid out.
Yep.
Why is this going on? I normally have that do not. Sorry about that, you. I woke up from a nap. Your guy had a 6-hour long meeting today, and whew, I had to put on the certain, you know, the tie and the suit, and I was looking good. That's what the wife said anyway. You know? But yeah, I was wore out, you all, and I kept hitting that snooze button, but it was all well worth it, you all. And again, we are keeping it 1,000 with you. Again, this is live. We jump all over the place. We random as hell, and we're gonna stay that way. We do have a podcast that's coming. That's gonna be focused. That's gonna be focused on certain topics. But these lives are never gonna change. We're gonna constantly come with the real, with what's happening in the real world, and give you the truth, because it's a lot of people that are sucking that energy out of you, that are in your circle or on your phone, and you see them doing all of this winning, and they're not. I've been in the rooms with these people. They are not as happy as they look on IG. That's just not how it goes, you all. It's not real. And for some it is. I'm not poo-pooing on what nobody's doing. What I'm saying is, stop comparing what you're doing to what somebody else is doing, and they've been doing it for 20 years, and you started 3 months ago. Now, how you gonna get mad and say, I need to be where they at on a PJ, and they've been doing this for 20 years? Warren Buffett been doing it for 50 years. Like, if you look at the history of the great ones, which of them became rich instantly? Unless they were born into it. But the millionaires, the billionaires, did it happen overnight for them? Did it even happen within the first 90 days, first year or two? Check Jeff Bezos. Everybody know Amazon. We all use it. Research his story. Look how many times he failed. Microsoft, how many times they failed. Steve Jobs, how many times all of these great people failed. But they kept going. They failed their way to success. And that's what I'm encouraging everyone to do, is to be able to hold your business up like Simba, like Dimitri's holding up his baby boy and saying, hey, look at what we created. Because the pain that your wife felt has taken her pleasure measuring stick so high, she ain't gonna, because she hit that low, if you want to call it a low of pain, her high, oh man, there's no ceiling to it now. Like, it's levels to this. So it goes back to those that reach the greatest of depths can attain to the highest of heights. The key word in there is can. They don't always do it. Some people stay in the low. Some people hold on to pain. They absorb that pain, and they love being in that pain. I don't know about you. I don't like being in pain. I respect it, and I know what that feel like, but we like that pleasure. But knowing that she could go through that, the next one is what? What did Jordan say last week? He went through hell with that first one. The second one,
oh yeah.
And it's the same way with your wife. If you decide to have another baby, more power to you, brother. I am not one of them people. I made sure that I wouldn't have no more nothing. I went through that pain. And that pain right there made me appreciate the fact that I ain't got no more coming because I got 5. and
That's
I
it.
got 5 on it, and I'm good. I don't want 6. I'd rather take yours and spoil the hell out of him and send him back home with all the stuff that you got to deal with, and I get to enjoy everything. You know, this is
Well,
one of
bro,
those
you
things
did your job.
when you become an elder and you get a little gray in your beard, and you know you get a little older. Now you get to, and now you got money. Like my kids are like, and my daughter tell you all the time, like, Daddy boy, I wish. I'm like, baby girl, you went. It was rough for us when we grew up, and now she jealous of every kid that I get around. My great nieces, they get everything, and she think about when she was a baby, like, yeah, that's right. You show right. I'm finna spoil the hell out of them. So, and I hate that saying spoil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we, and that's what you are.
Your Wi-Fi is breaking up a little bit. They want to turn your video off for a second.
I thought I was getting a glitch. My internet been acting up,
It's up
man.
now. It's up now. You good now?
It's back up. Hey, that's the universe saying, "Shut your big old mouth, you all over the place." Hey, man, take us out again. Congratulations, bro. Give my love to the queen, man. I told the wife we got to make a trip to Atlanta. We're gonna give you all definitely a couple months, because I know when my son was born that I ain't want nobody in his face for them first few months. Like, gone. You probably got bad breath anyway. I don't want my son being exposed to all this. So we're gonna give you a few months, man, and get the green light. But we're definitely coming to Atlanta, bro. And we got to get that onesie that says, "What's the formula?"
Hey, that's what's up. Absolutely. Hey, man, I definitely appreciate you and appreciate, Chrissy, for all the well wishes and all the love. And, y'all have been nothing but support ever since the day that I've met y'all. Y'all are some of the most genuine people. I really feel like we're, family, even though, we met as friends at a mentorship, bro. It's amazing how, two strangers can become family in such a short period of time, bro. So I really consider you my big brother, because I don't have one. I got a little sister, so you my big bro. But
you definitely got one, bro, for sure.
Appreciate you. But everybody, this was another Everywhere Around the World WTF Wednesday. Of course, we don't have to stay focused, but keep an eye out for the podcast where we're going to have focused discussions and have some very powerful and prominent guests come on and give some very, very hot gems for y'all, man. But as y'all know, WTF stands for What's the Formula, but it also stands for our mantra, which is winning takes focus. Now, everybody, keep winning and stay focused in the weeks to come. We'll see y'all next week.
Don't give up, y'all. Keep pushing. Peace.
Peace.